Hello from the Health Plus project. We are a project managed by reaching people and supported by trained volunteers in Leicestershire. Today, we are going to look at three more NHS app functions, namely prescriptions, appointments, and advice functions. These functions have some sub functions as well, so we are going to look into those as well. Many of the functions that we'll be looking at may be repeated, but we are going to look at them in any case just for the purpose of clarity because we are going to go through the whole of the app while we are looking at this app so that there is no function left that we do not actually go through. So we log on to the app. Once we log on, we can see at the bottom of the screen there is a row of functions. The last three are prescriptions, appointments, and advice at the bottom of the screen on the left hand side. So if you see at the main screen, there's a function says order a repeat prescription. It is exactly the same as prescriptions at the bottom of the screen. So we click on prescriptions and we can see we are being asked to nominate a pharmacy or order a prescription or check for or view our orders that we may have in the past. So it is important to nominate a pharmacy because if we nominate a pharmacy, then whatever prescription we order, it goes straight to the pharmacy and we can pick up our medication. Otherwise, we would have to go to the pharmacy. If we would have to go to the surgery first to pick up our paper prescription before we can take it to a pharmacy to pick up the medication. So if we want to view our orders, we can check for those. But in this case, there won't be currently any repeat prescription order because this is a dummy account. But so we go back to the main screen and we click on order a prescription and we'll be asked if it is a repeat prescription or a non-repeat prescription. First, we try ordering a repeat prescription and click on continue. It gives us a message that there is no pharmacy nominated by us, so we say that we want to continue without nominating. So if we click on continue without nominating, it shows us that there is no repeat prescription available for this particular account. So because there is none, so if we go back and we click on a non-repeat prescription and click on continue, if we do that, we get a message we have to contact our surgery for non-repeat prescription requests. We cannot order non-repeat prescription items on the NHS app. So we can contact the GP surgery, but if it is not possible to contact the GP surgery, then we can contact 111.nhs.uk/emergency-prescription or call 111 and get a supply of the emergency medication that we require. So the last and the next item on our option is appointments. So if we click on appointments, we can see that we've got GP surgery appointments, additional GP services, hospital and other appointments, as well as book or manage a coronavirus vaccination. So if we click on GP surgery appointments, we can book an appointment. We can call 111 or book an appointment, check our upcoming appointments or check our past appointments. So if we still want to book an appointment, we click on book an appointment and we can see that there are no appointments available to book at this time. If there were any available, then we would have to go through a little bit of questionnaire where we are asked if we want to see a certain person or what kind of condition we may have. So we go through that and we can book an appointment suitable for the time and date that we are provided. So additional GP surgery GP services may include a sick note or a GP letter. If we click on that, we get a message that this service is provided by Engage Health Systems Limited. If we click on continue, we get a message that this service is not currently available because it is currently closed. But if it was available, we can leave a message here if we want to, or we can upload and download things. The next option is to order a hospital or other appointments. If we click on that, we can see that we can book or cancel our referral appointments. So if we click on that, we get a message that there is no referral for this particular patient at the minute. There are no current outstanding referrals. So because there are none, so if we go back, the next option is to book or manage a coronavirus vaccination. If we click on that, we get the chance to book or cancel or manage our coronavirus vaccination. We can book it over the phone or find the nearest walk-in clinic. We also find out if we if we qualify for a certain dose of medication for vaccination, or if we are eligible for another primary dose. So if we click on continue, we get a message that there is an error with the vaccination record because there is no vaccination record for this particular record. But if there was any, it would show up and we'd be able to book another vaccination appointment. So if we click on advice, we can get advice about coronavirus. We can search conditions and treatments, check our symptoms, and we can also ask our GP for advice. So if we click on coronavirus advice, COVID-19 advice and services, we could get advice about uh, self-isolation and things related to coronavirus. If we want to diagnose, if we are worried that we may have coronavirus or we may be infected, so we can check that out. All sorts of information is available. We can book a vaccination here as well. Um, the next option is search conditions and treatments. This is all about conditions and symptoms and treatments and side effects, everything to do with human health. If you want to look up something, you can do that here. You can find out about all the disease and the treatments and conditions. So the next option is to check your symptoms. If you want to check your symptoms, if you are worried about something, you can check your symptoms here. Just click on that, and you get you can click on start, and you can start. The first thing you get is a chance to see if you do not have a certain condition. For example, if you need to contact the emergency services straight away, if for some reason you think that you got a chest pain or something, in which case you need an urgent emergency treatment. In that case, you have to go through this list of things just to make sure that you do not need urgent treatment. If you don't, then you say that you don't have any such conditions, and it asks you for your postcode. Actually, this postcode gives you, the app, the idea of the circle that you can go to, and where you can look for help, and your nearest possible places where you can look for help. The next option is to ask your GP surgery for advice. If you click on that, it gives you us the message that it is currently closed. If it was open, we could leave a message there. So these are all the options that we are going to look at today, and their sub options. Um, thank you very much for watching this video, and we hope to see you in the future. Thank you.